All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the London Session Market Scholar, brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team. Now, boss Olufukeji, Adegbeye, Ejimi, and of course, this session is proudly sponsored by Octa, formerly known as Octa FX. Welcome once again to our Market Scholar, and today I'll be doing analysis on the indices. By indices, I mean the US 30, NAS 100, S&P 500. How are we doing this morning, Mr. Joseph? Good morning. Ola Bode, good morning. Charisma, good morning. How are you doing? How's been your trading week so far? So a quick one into the chat this morning. Let's dive straight into what the market is telling us this morning. Let's look at what we have. So on the daily time frame, it's quite interesting because our analysis actually played out for US 30 and also for what's it called, NAS 100. We marked out this level that was not last week, but 2 weeks ago. I wasn't available last week for the analysis. So we mentioned that this fair value gap price is going to go 50% of the fair value gap, which also aligns to the left, right? The breakout block around the zone, right? Yes, although price pushed a little bit below the breakout block, but however, we saw the close, right? The rejection was above the zone, which strongly signifies that we're going to resume to the upside. So it's clear on US 30, I believe most people actually made money off this move because it was very obvious, just a classic price movement. When we see a fair value gap to the upside, that is very huge, and then to the left, we see its alignment with a breaker block on the daily time frame, which is a powerful confluence, and we saw that happen, right? So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. What are we looking at for today, right? Price has broken the new high. That's the previous high, which is this. However, what are we seeing? We saw a lot of gap being left behind, behind, and also fair value gap. So I'm actually interested in this area, right? Because I want to believe price is going to come back to fill this gap, right? And then move a little bit to the downside. Price is going to come back, fill the gap, and then, this is going to act as inducement for us. I'll be looking at this setup throughout today, throughout this week, actually. Today's Tuesday, and then to see if we're going to see that reaction. The price is going to come back and then fill this gap that's been formed, right? And then a little move, push to the downside, just a little bit, and then, consume this liquidity here, fill the fair value gap. We now see a push to the upside, which continues the up movement, right? If you use a basic market structure to check it, you will see that it aligns well. Higher high, right? Formed higher low. We've gotten a new higher high and we expect price to form higher low, and then we'll continue the movement to the upside. So on 1 hour, what are we looking at? I see like a box pattern being formed around this zone. If you push probably to 30 minutes, you see the box pattern, right? Let me put it on 30 minutes. All right. I see like a good box pattern formed around here with several confluence to back it up, right? Although it's going to be a question of is price going to come here or come all the way to this place. We have double FVG here, which is quite normal. But with this being seen, most likely we just share the risks into two places and then take the first trade on that on this entry here, while the second one will be on the fair value gap around the zone. So that's what I'm looking at for US 30 today. Is price going to come all the way down? I know for sure certain price is going to fill all of this gap, right? It's inefficiency in the market, and it's the right thing, like not even the right thing, but the usual thing we see across the chart. When we see a jump in price, it's going to come back to fill it up. All right, that being said, let's look quickly on NAS 100. Let's look at what NAS is doing. On the daily time frame, what do we have on NAS? We also mentioned I shouted this out very well for us. right? That this breaker block is going to be retested, and then we see a push to the upside, right? And then that was what price did. Yeah, price came all the way, retest the breaker block, and is struggling to push to the upside, right? On the daily time frame, we are very, very much bullish, and price is beginning to make a correction of not correction but continuation of the initial bullish move to the upside. Let's look on 4 hours. What are we looking at on 4 hours? 4 hours is looking a bit messy, sideways. It's forming like a channel, right? That's the word. It's forming like a channel to the upside. So let's check down to 1 hour and see if there'll be something very clean for us. Okay, still sideways, right? But then this looks like a good place for price to, start buying from. I would, because of the sweep I'm seeing. So I want to see how price is going to react on this zone. This is serve as inducement, and then other way price is going to come here, and then we look for lower time frame reaction, probably M5, M1 reaction, and then we take trade from that place to have tiny SLs, right? So these are the things I'm watching closely on for US 30 and NAS 100 this morning. I'm looking at this intraday plays. Hopefully we'll see something around here that is going to trigger price. But overall, we are very bullish. We are very much bullish. And then, unlike US 30, NAS 100 is yet to clear its own previous high or recent high, right? So we still have a very long way to go from where price currently is. If for any reason we see price push to this downside and then begin to move to the upside, expect me, we're going to clear this. And that will give us even much more money than US 30, because US 30 has already, started its own move, which is still not bad. I mean, just be on the outlook for both of them, right? Any of them that activate probably within today and tomorrow, you can maximize that and then use it to enter. But I'm looking at both NAS 100 and US 30 closely, right? I'm looking at both of them closely. Let's go to S&P 500. All right, on the daily time frame, what do we have on S&P 500? Interesting. S&P 500 just retested this other block, this breaker block, sorry, and then start pushing to the upside. We can see something clearly. S&P 500 has almost broke the high, just probably a peep remaining. S&P 500 did that. S&P 500 almost did that, and US 30 actually has broken the previous old high. The only guy remaining is our NAS 100, which is also giving me that confidence again that most likely we're going to see a push to the upside from NAS eventually. If not today, we're going to see it before the end of the week, if we see that volume in the markets again. So that's what I'm looking across board for S&P 500. Let's look if there's any opportunity on the lower time frame, and then which we can take advantage of. All right, all right, all right. Nothing really special on S&P 500 for now. This looked like a very good clean box pattern, but the question is, will price come back? Price have already done the first one. That's the first movement to the upside, right? Look like a market structure and liquidity setup, right? So that price come back again, clear this, use this as an inducement, like a fuel, and then start pushing to the upside again to eventually, mitigate everything, clear the previous highs and form a new one. The gap for S&P 500 has been covered, has been closed, right? While the one for US 30 has not been closed yet. These are things we should take note of. And then to serve as confidence for us, look at the chart on S&P 500, look at the chart on US 30. You see, we've not seen that closure yet. And if we've not seen that closure yet, for sure it's going to happen, and you should be positioned to take advantage of it when it happens. 2:30 would be New York Open. hopefully we should see some volume around that time, and then we can begin to take advantage of this trade setup. All right, guys, that will be all for analysis on the indices. Do we have any question? Do we have any question? Do we have any question so far? Do we have any question? Asabori, Charisma, Chinzaram. Apologies if I mispronounced your name. Christian, George, Joseph, Mangot, Labodi, Samuel. Do we have any questions so far? Do we have any question on US 30, NAS 100, S&P 500? Was it clear? I'm waiting for a response. All right, all right, all right. All right, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. No questions so far. What is best time? Best time. Okay, what do you mean by best time? I was saying by 2:30 New York open, or New York market open for the New York stock market. Once the stock market, okay, best time to trade indices actually is New York open because you have enough volume during that period, right? There'll be enough volume during that period, and then you see momentum. Like if you want to scalp, it's a great time to scalp. If you want to swing trade, those periods you see actual volume coming into the market, and you see it in your own US 30, NAS 100, and also S&P 500 because they are derivative. But then you have clear. It's just like the London session and New York session for currency pair, but for indices, it's best you stay with New York markets open because you're actually trading the New York stock, right? So you're trading the basket of them. So I believe you are clear on that. All right. That being said, we're going to meet again by 2 o'clock, sorry, for our New York Market Scholar session, where we discuss. I believe by then we've seen more activities in the market and then can take advantage of whatever it is that's going on. Mind you, I've said it before. I'm watching US 30 today closely, and also NAS, right? I'm watching them closely side by side to see which of them is going to give me my intraday setup. Hopefully before 2:30. All right, that has been said. I wish you a profitable trading. One thing before I forget, before I leave your faces, we will be in the city of Abuja by tomorrow for the FX Bootcamp live edition, right? Live in the city of Abuja for those that want to understand how to trade, right? How to become profitable trading. It's one thing to say I've been trading for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. It's another thing to be profitable in trading yourself, right? So we have our boss himself, that's Olufukeji, Ejimi, Adegbeye, will be in class live and direct, right? And other facilitator from the academy will be in class to give you what you need in this. I mean, there are YouTube, there's YouTube, and there's a lot of course, right? And YouTube. So, but you need a systemic approach to trading, and that's why we're bringing everything we've learned that we know is working, right? We're bringing it to you at your fingertip, right? For you to learn and understand. And also for those that are already aware, as a bonus, right? We're giving out one of our bots, our trading bots for those, but especially for this edition, right? For this edition, we're giving out one of our trading bots. It's not something we've given out before. It's totally new, and it's, of course, it's limited, right? It's limited, but then something you can take advantage of. You have a prop account, you have a personal account, you can connect it and then allow the bots to make money for you within the limited period of time. All right, that being said, we meet again by 2 p.m. for the New York market call. I wish you a profitable trading. Cheers and God bless, guys.